Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Recording. Let's hear it.
I've already written down my numbers, but so I'm not going to change my idea based on what you're saying. But
Oh,
I'm still just
okay.
kind of curious what what your thoughts are.
Well, we have some kind of disagreements. I
Mhm.
think that our weakest song is "I Got Rhythm."
Okay.
Um, there's some sync in the at the end that we fixed, so but
Yeah.
it's still the weakest, I think.
Okay.
And also, I'm doing less snapping just at the beginning.
Great.
Uh, I think the strongest one for me is "Heaven Medley."
Okay.
And I think the Stranger in Paradise is really it's a beautiful song. I hope it comes across. I find it beautiful when I sing it. And you helped us a lot with it.
Yeah.
And I think you said for a Heaven Medley that it's kind of wink wink nudge nudge with the audience. I think I'm definitely selling that.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for me to tell. When we were at the rehearsal, the director, she said that, but it was a bit off the cuff. That's why I wanted you to listen to it and to give it
Sure.
sort of a deeper thought, because she got me to rethink. She says the stronger set is the second one, but I feel that the weakest song is there. So
Yeah. So I'm somewhat with you on that. So are those definitely the two sets? Like those songs go together, two and
well,
two, or it can move around?
I'll do whatever I need to do to make it to four songs.
Understood. Okay. My feeling is that at least, and again, this is so anyway, from the singing standpoint,
Yeah.
Strangers in Paradise, I felt was the strongest. Um, it
Okay.
it was it had the best tuning consistently. There was less scooping into things on that than on the others, and partly just because it's a ballad, it was easier to be in sync more of the time, so you didn't have as
Mm-hmm.
many synchronization issues. And musically, the flow seemed pretty good. So that felt like it was the strongest one of the four to me. And again, I couldn't see visually from the front,
Yeah.
but I imagine as long as you're all staying engaged, that's probably right there with it.
Okay.
Um, and then I felt like the next best one, from what I heard, was Beyond the Sea, actually.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Um, Kind of for the same reasons. There's a lot more unity and synchronization and tuning. Um, Blue Heaven was good, but had more. There were some wrong notes here and there, and some chords that didn't work properly. I think there was a phrase where you may have actually been kind of a whole step up for a phrase where you should have been on sevenths in the chords, and you were just in octave unisons with bass or something like that. Um,
Oh yeah.
so I'd take a look at that. Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but there was a spot where it felt like I'm missing all of the sevenths in this phrase. Um, so yeah, so I had Blue Heaven, so Heaven Medley and Rhythm, I had them kind of even. And I had Beyond the Sea just a little bit ahead of those, with Strangers in Paradise noticeably the best. That was where I had it. So I'd say if I had to go 0, something in the middle,
Yeah,
and 1,
yeah.
10, then Strangers would be 10, Rhythm would be 0, um, Heaven would be 4, and Beyond the Sea would be 6. Wait,
Okay.
that's wrong. Sorry, I'm sorry. What did I say? Heaven Medley is the 0.
Heaven
Rhythm's like,
medleys that oh really?
yeah, that's where I was from. Again, just because of some of those
Yeah.
errors that were there. There were just enough issues that pulled me down. They all started about the same level,
Mm-hmm.
because I was kind of tracking through, and for every single song I wrote down B just to start, which score wise is 67 to 73. That's B, right? B minus is 60 to 67, B plus is 74 up to 81. Um, so all of them I was like B. And then Strangers, I kept creeping up and down, but it always landed like right back in that. So I was kind of like 62, or sorry, 72, 68, 69, 72. Like I just kind of kept going back and forth there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Heaven Medley started about B and then just kind of made its way down a little bit because of different issues that were consistent. Yeah, so anyway, all that to say, that was the least strong from for my ears, was Heaven Medley, then Rhythm, then Beyond the Sea, and then Strangers in Paradise at the top.
Okay.
So
For Heaven Medley, I actually put the sound capture of this rehearsal on SoundCloud.
okay,
So I'll send you the link to the Heaven Medley, and maybe you can tell me where it is that you're not hearing the sevenths.
yeah, I'll do
And
that.
I know on my long blue note, I'm sharp.
Okay.
So I'll send that
Yeah,
to you.
and I still have the sheet music that I was sent, so I can also compare the two.
Okay, great.
And just point out, like, I'm hearing it this. So, that said, they're close, right? So I like, to my ears and to my eyes, from what I could see, I had Strangers in Paradise, which is clearly the top song. And then the other three were all fairly close to each other.
Okay.
And so, like, overall the quartet is pretty consistent between the four songs. You sound like the same quartet on all of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's not always the case, right? There are some quartets that are really strong on a song, and then they sing their second
Yeah.
song, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, where did that other quartet go?
Okay.
That's not the case with you all. So, and it's very entertaining. That was the thing. Heaven Medley was entertaining. Or yeah, is that the one? Yeah, there's a lot of entertaining moments in that. So performance will be pretty strong on it. So, yeah.
Well, so maybe if we work on Heaven Medley, we can sort of bump it up, or should I just play it safe and do Beyond the Sea and Stranger in Paradise? Because I think they're a bit of a musical mismatch, though I don't think it matters for contest.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah. And I don't know if it's that mismatched. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good set if you opened with Strangers and then did Beyond the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
you have the two up tunes for the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to be top 8.
Right. Yeah. Or score over 74.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
Yeah, I think, and I haven't really looked at, well, and that's the other thing, is you have to be top 8 in the prelims competition, right? So if there are
right.
quartets, there might be quartets that are only doing division.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're not even if they scored 76, they wouldn't be eligible to sing in the top 10 if they only registered for division.
Who would only register for division, though?
It happens. That happened this weekend in one of the competitions. That happens a lot. If their only goal, if they're like, we're not going to go to international, we only have 2 songs.
Yeah.
They might be a quartet that are like, we only have 2 songs, so we're only going to try to qualify for district and sing only in division, and they sing only on Friday. I don't know if there are any of those registered in this competition.
Right. How do we find out?
It'll be in the program.
Okay.
Yeah, once they publish the program, it says kind of what competitions each quartet is registered for. So, but anyway, yeah, so I don't know most of the quartets anymore because I haven't been in the district much. Also, that does not include Throwback and First Take. We will not be part of the top 8, right?
Okay, yeah.
So it's not 21 quartets, it's 19 quartets in NED. Because Alan will take the top 8 NED quartets plus First Take and Throwback.
And what about the people that competed in Hyannis, like Sweet and Sour?
Did they compete there?
I think so. And Daily Special competed in Hyannis. They're on the program for Eastern and Western.
Yeah, so that's a thing, that you're allowed to compete at multiple. If you don't qualify, part of it is, and that they might even drop if they qualified. Did they qualify? I think they qualified. Let me go take a quick look. Because basically what you're allowed to do is, if you compete in one competition and don't qualify, you can go to another prelims and try again. And those two quartets are kind of on the bubble, and so it would make sense for them to register to compete in multiple competitions. So if they didn't qualify in one, they could then go compete at the next one and try again, right? But Daily Special scored 78.4, so they did qualify. So
Okay.
they might even.
So they don't count against us.
Well, no, they still. So if they're still in the competition, then they would still count.
Oh, okay.
But they might decide not to compete again because they already qualified. So they might scratch.
Okay.
I don't know, but they might. I don't see a score for Sweet and Sour. Do you think they might have just sung there, or maybe mic tested but didn't?
I don't know. I
Didn't
this is
compete?
all mysteries to me because I'm from Sweet Adelines and
Right, and it's all, and it all keeps changing
yeah.
for us as well. But I did not see a score for them, so I don't think they competed this past weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will still be here. Let's see. Here's the score sheet. Yeah, so Wildfire, which was out of district, Greenlight, Daily Special, and Summer Street were the quartets from NED that competed and qualified this past weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I know. I could definitely. Daily Special has kind of been up and down, and sometimes they're on and they get a great score, and sometimes they're not, and they're kind of inconsistent.
I
So
love them.
I love them too, absolutely. But because of that, I could see them playing the game of, registering for multiple competitions. So if it doesn't work at the first one, they do it at the next one. But because they did qualify, I could see them deciding to scratch and not go to this next one, but we'll see.
Okay, so we'll be seeing you before contest.
Yeah.
So maybe you can't, and we're going to continue working on those songs. So maybe you could give us like sort of a final song order.
Yeah, if that's how you want to do it. We're not having you mean like on Friday we're meeting, right?
Yes.
Okay. And as long as you all feel comfortable with just picking whatever songs that day, have your plan in mind, but
yes.
if you're flexible enough to switch, I'm happy to do that with you.
Oh, I like I said, this is
Yeah.
I don't care. I want to sing all four.
I understand totally. So yeah, do you know if there's a plan yet? I will be landing at 11:30 in Albany, and my mother is going to be picking me up there and driving me up to Queensborough, and so I will
She's going to be there.
She's going to be there all weekend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So I will be there around 1:00 on Friday. So I don't know what your plans are, but I'm available. The rest of my quartet's not arriving until after the contest starts.
Okay.
So I'm available whenever in that time period.
Well, we're also available during that time period, and I hope you're comfortable us, telling us a bit more last minute.
Yeah, whatever you need, I'm happy to be there with you.
Okay, fantastic. You're like the godfather of our quartet. I hope we make you proud.
I'm sure you will.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time today.
Great, you're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.